Okay guys, what's going on? Today we're in Diablo Immortal. Now I've been playing this for a few days now. We are now level 35 and we have been really enjoying the game actually. The gameplay itself is absolutely tremendous and is so much fun. And this is where I get really frustrated with things. So we're going to dive into it right now, and if you haven't already, slap the like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces. With that being said, we are looking into Diablo Immortal and what the hell is going on with this thing, because I am extremely confused, if I'm completely honest. There is so much going on with this game that it's just insane. The game is really enjoyable to play, although if you are looking to be just a free-to-play player, this is just not okay. So we're going to take a look at the store real quick, because there are some really interesting things inside of this store. As you can tell, the shop has ridiculous amounts of things inside of it. Obviously, we know about the whole controversy with the crests, and if you guys don't know anything about that, and you don't know how the pay-to-win cycle has been made a massive controversy just recently, I'll leave a link down in the description. We reacted to a video which was actually really insightful on how all of this worked, and how essentially this is going to take hundreds of thousands of pounds or hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually be top tier and hold some of the better armor in the game. Now, when we look into the bundles and stuff like that, it doesn't look too bad. You've obviously got all your beginners packs and stuff like that. For a free-to-play game, this thing is quite standard, quite normal, and it looks okay. That, for me, would have been a relatively good thing. You can get your currencies and stuff like that. You can upgrade things and grab a couple of bundles and do this, that, and the other, although they're maximum availables. So you can only get one of each one of these, and that gives you guys a very nice interaction, sort of like an introduction, sorry, into how this all works. So you can get all of these, and you can get a couple of legendary crests and stuff like that, but it kind of caps there. Now, when you go into cosmetics, this is where one of the things that really annoys me. So this looks insane. Now, all of these are around 1,000 each, and this is not cheap. You've got just solely the cosmetic sets. These are solely cosmetics. These don't affect your game whatsoever. Now, these work on a currency of 1,000. Now, if we look at how much 1,000 would cost you, you would have to spend £21.99. That is really expensive for a cosmetic skin to begin with, let alone anything else. I mean, if people want to pay for that, even this, I don't really have a massive issue with. I think that if you want to pay into that sort of stuff, be my guest, that's amazing. When we look into things like this, the services, we can see that I have obviously purchased the Battle Pass. It was actually relatively cheap, not too shabby. You can pay $8.99 and get the Collector's Empowered Battle Pass, and this gains access to a couple of extra sort of like cosmetic-y looks and stuff like that, and you can obviously start off with a higher level if you do get this right at the beginning. Fair play. Again, I agree with this. Now, if we look at this Boon of Plenty, this one is really enticing. So this is your login rewards, and it provides 30 days worth of benefits in addition to daily login rewards. Although, if you actually look into the details of this, you can purchase these rewards, but this doesn't work the way that you think that it will. So this is where we get frustrated. So obviously you can purchase the Boons of Plenty and receive instant benefits, inventory expansions, remote market access, and additional market trading slots, plus 30 days of daily gifts. Sounds amazing, right? Awesome. If we look at this bit right here, the Boon of Plenty cannot be purchased if the total remaining days exceeds 60 days. Once the total remaining days drops to 60 days or less, it can be repurchased again. But look at this bit right here. Daily gifts can only be claimed by logging in each day while the Boon of Plenty is active. Otherwise, they will be lost. They will be lost. So the bit that we're sat at the moment is the factor that we have got the issues of the fact that if you buy this, and this is another £9, again, not a massive amount of money, but this all adds up one by one. Another £9, and you have to, after spending your hard-earned cash, log in every single day, and if you forget, you will lose the daily currency that you get from this, the daily reward or whatever. That's crazy. Now, it doesn't really compute with me on a level of that, because the actual moves on this just makes no sense at all. I don't really understand it. So it says extra gifts can be claimed every 5 cumulative login days, and cumulative login days count carries over to the next Boon of Plenty period. this for me is an issue. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Now obviously there are certain things that we've gone into, such as the actual currency rate, and again, this is quite standard. Everything here is quite normal for the pricing of things, although it's not okay. I am okay with pay to win. Okay, I need to make this one very, very clear. For me, pay to win, not an issue. If you want to do that, then they can do that, you know what I mean? I don't think that that's actually something that we have to make such a massive controversy of. The problem that we have is that there are specific occasions where this becomes an issue. So when it comes to the crest cycle, these come very, very few and far, and these do not really come at all, to the point where you get tempted and teased by them right at the beginning, and then it kind of stagnant sits after that point. And if you want to use them, then you have to essentially go and buy some from the store. Now, the way that this is becoming an issue is because the dramatic increase in legendary drops is insane. I'm a massive fan of Asmongold, and I want to give him a massive shout out for this actually, and if he is happening to watch this, then massive shout out to him. Thank you so much, appreciate you. But this for me is where the issue comes in. So we watched a video from Asmongold, and he actually did a test. Now I'm going to do this test myself later on. I want to see exactly how it works, but this test worked on the terminology of he purchased £20 worth, I think it was, of eternal legendary crests. He then went into one of the rifts and utilized all of the crests that he potentially could do for that, and the legendary drops were insane. They dropped like maybe 10 to 15, give or take. I didn't count them, maybe inaccurate, but the point that I'm getting at is then he went into a free-to-play run and received sod all. It wasn't even a level upgrade in the gear. There was no golds coming out of it. You had blues, and they did not give any benefit to the game system whatsoever. He did not level up at all. Now this right here, these wildstones and stuff like that, these are relatively useful, and again, not too pricey. If we look at these at about 100 each, we look at the currency for it, you're looking at maybe, for 3 of them, you're paying about £5. But what is it that they do? You can obviously use a set bonus. So they are used to obtain the wildfire family attributes. You can receive, you have a chance, 2% chance when you defeat an enemy to summon a fireball spitting hydra, which is, again, these things are relatively subject to opinion, but I've got no problem with pay to win. I don't think that there is an issue with pay to win, and I think that every company has given people the right to be able to do that. The bit that I have a problem with is this whole, you have like a loot box system per se, where you can pay for all of these currencies, bundle into crests, and you may get something. You may get something. There is not a, you can pay and you are going to definitely obtain these items right here. There is no sort of, you pay money and this is what you obtain. These things I have no issues with. None at all. Even if these were level upgraded gear, I would have no problem with this. You pay for an item, you receive the item. The part that I have a problem with is the gambling aspect of the eternal legendary crests, which will essentially cause for you guys to not know what you're getting, or potentially not get anything at all. This game for me is really frustrating because I've had so much fun inside of it, and it is genuinely such an enjoyable game. I have been playing it on PC, and if I've not played it on PC, I have gone into the front room with my partner and probably sat down on my mobile for another 2 hours or whatever. But it does get a little bit daunting when this is the sort of stuff that we have to face all the time with these styles of games. I don't really understand why this is something that we're having to go up against. And this is exactly how Diablo 4 is going to come up. This is going to be the exact same, no matter how you guys think about it, no matter what your guys' opinions are of it. This is going to be Diablo 4 in a nutshell. It's going to be pay to win, 100%, and that disappoints me greatly. But I just wanted to bring this up and have a quick talk to you guys about this and see what you guys were thinking. I am going to continue playing, and I'm going to be doing some tests and stuff like that. And if you guys want to see some of the after effects of that sort of stuff, then make sure you stay subscribed to the channel. The link is down in the description for the video from yesterday. But thanks again for watching. Appreciate your faces. And as always, I'll see you in the clouds.